everybody take your left pointer finger and kind of stick it up in the air like this. Okay? Now what you're going to do is take your pointer finger and you're going to put it in the palm of the person next to you. What we want to do is kind of see how quick people are. Okay? When I say 3, when I say what?
3.
3. What you're going to try to do is escape from over here and grab this one. 2. 3. This is a what?
Compass.
Excellent. You know half of what you need to know already. That's beautiful. What shape is this on the compass? You're going to get harder here. Circle. Okay. Emily, how many degrees in a circle? You guys know this? Have you done
360.
That would be
360.
360 and 180. 180 is how far around? Halfway. Okay, great. The needle in there is kind of floating. No matter what I do with the housing of the compass, I spin that around, that needle is still floating. Anybody have a guess where you think the red end of that arrow is pointing? Yeah. North? North, yeah. The red end points north no matter what I do with that. Okay. So if the red end points north, Gina, where do you think the white end might point? South, yeah. So we have 2 really big pieces of information right there. And we can figure out everything else in relationship to that information. 218. So Gracie has decided we're going to go in the direction of 218 degrees. So what we're going to do is spin this dial until 218 lines up with this reed bearing arrow right here. Okay? Line 218 up with red.
Does that look like it? Can you tell? Yeah? Does that look good?
Is this as poetic as Becky gets? I've got red in the shed and I'm going to follow Fred. So Fred arrow is where 218 is. They go right out in that direction. Let's see. Once that person gets there and you double check and everything looks good, everybody is going to catch up to that person. And then you can do 90 degrees for 20 paces. Okay. 180. And you should end up where, hopefully? Back where you started. Okay, so this will give you a chance to see how you're pacing, how consistent that is, and how good your bearings are. Okay?
I checked.
Right.
Let me know when all 4 people have had a chance to try this up.
Walk that way.
Have they all had a chance to try?
So 0 degrees for 20 paces. Who's walking?
Me.
All right.
I don't think I'll walk this time. I'll use the compass though.
We're all going to start in the same spot, and hopefully we'll all end up in the same general location. Any last minute questions? Because Annie and Kelly and I, we're not going to answer any questions. We may look over and go, oh my God, they got it set up wrong, but we're not going to say anything. Mouth is shut. Okay. Now this is the hardest part for me. I can freely admit that. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Ask me about anything but compasses. I don't know anything. Run over to the and throw that in.
Emily, you have the compass? I got it. I just hope you don't mess up.
And Annie, how's it going to be for you not being able to say anything and allowing these 6th graders?
Tough. Oh, zip. It's going to be tough for me.
It's hard for a parent of a 6th grader to let them go.
Yes, it is. I'll be here supporting you guys, okay? We'll talk to each other. That's my advice.
Who sounds?
She's exactly on it. She's exactly perfect. Perfect!
Okay. So where at? No.
Say anything,
helpless,
and they're
helpless, and they're lost. I just want to grab them all and put them by my side.
But this is about coming of age for young people, and your role as a parent changes a little too, huh?
Yeah, it hurts.
Why?
Honey, you're using the compass.
What? You're helpless. No! Just compass is
Laura, do you have the compass? Robbie?
What do I do? I'm glad I'm not in my 6th grade child's group.
Like that.
That would even be harder be harder for me to let her make her choices out in the woods.
Think how this would be if it was your child in a situation where you'd be better served to let her
Make her choices.
What would that be like?
I'd have to step back, give up my control, and hopefully she'll know what to do.
Does this help practice a little bit for that?
Yeah, it does.
Quite an experience, huh?
It's wonderful. It really is. It's a wonderful, humbling experience.
Yes, that's not fair.
So what were the directions? It is truly, truly a time to let your children go from a child to adolescence and let them become a little bit independent. And it hurts. It hurts. But you know what? It feels good. They found it. So I'm happy and I'm proud of them.
I'm Emily Cupper. I'm Nicole Montanaro. And I'm Alan Cladden.
And what did you guys just do?
We just completed the whole task of finding all the ribbons. We worked together and we helped each other if we were going in the wrong direction.
How did you learn how to use a compass?
Listen.
What else?
We also had to pay attention when and not fool around when they were showing us what degrees to change it to.
How does it feel?
Feels good.
Yeah, you guys pretty proud of yourselves?
Yeah.
And do you think you'd be able to use any of the skills you learned today in the future?
Yeah.
Like if you ever get lost in the woods, now you'll know how to do it.
To learn how to use the compass, we all had to listen to each other and listen to Becky and Kelly, and that's something you need to know in the future, how to listen to each other.
And I think that we did a better job at this, getting it faster because we didn't work with our friends. Like if all of us were like best friends and we always hung out with each other, we'd fool around and like maybe not find it as quickly as we did. So partnering up with people that you don't usually hang out with was a good solution to help finding those faster.
Another good thing is if you cooperate, like the people that you probably don't hang around with, if you hang out with them, you might begin to be more friendly to them, like if you weren't to talk to them a lot.
Also, when you're partnered with your friends, you're usually into the same thing, so you have all the same ideas, and when you're with someone else, maybe they're better at something and you're better at something, so we can like combine those things and we find it faster.
I truly feel after experiencing this, every parent should be out here with these kids and watching them and letting them go. If you can, I'd really encourage it.